Riders who stink. Why should drivers have to suffer in silence? Oh boy, this is going to be good today. Now, I know a lot of y'all drivers go through this on a daily basis. See, everything, all the complaints that go into Uber and Lyft is against the drivers. The driver done this. The driver smells like that. The driver didn't do this. All types of things of that nature. Always a complaint against the driver for something. And drivers are suffering in silence. Do you realize how many passengers are funky? Good God Almighty. Let me tell you. So the way I look at it is, as a driver, you cannot report a rider that's funky. You know what I'm saying? You can't report, you can't rate them on their hygiene. You just have to suffer in silence. And hope and pray to God that their trip will be over as quick as possible. Right? Listen, if you all stay to the end of this video, I'm going to give you all a tip or two that I have found that works. Okay? Now, when you are a driver, a Uber and Lyft driver, you already have a lot of things that you have to tolerate. Some of them things are just intolerable, such as the funk. Oh my God. Whew. Man, let me tell you, when I say the odor is unbearable, man, some of these people get in your cars, man, and smell like they haven't even taken a bath in months. Going into work into an office building. You see yourself. And it's not just men, it's women too. And that is what's so scary. These people are walking into establishments, going to doctor's appointments. Stinking. People everywhere suffering. But when you, as a Uber and Lyft driver, when you get a ride, you go pick that person up. And that's a vehicle is compact. Man, that odor would just destroy you. Because and Lord have mercy, and don't let it be cold outside and you got your heat on in the car. Ooh, that heat gonna cook that funk, and it's just gonna be oozing up there to your nose. And a lot of drivers have weak stomachs, and you cannot stand the smell. A lot of drivers cannot stand funk. It's just it does something to them. And I'm one of them people that have a weak stomach, and Lord have mercy. Let me give you all a little story, right? One morning, about 7:30, I picked a ride. I took a ride, okay? I get there, they pick the young lady up. She get in the car. But when I get there, I see the trip is going 28 miles away. So I'm like, damn. She gets in the car. Oh my Jesus Christ on the cross. That bro smelled like that she slept in the bed with cats. She smelled like the cats had pissed on everything that she put on. That cat odor was so unbearable. I didn't know how I was going to make it through them 28 miles. I mean, it was awful. She wasn't a bigger girl. She was a little petite thing. Oh, that odor was so unbearable. My stomach was torn to pieces, and I suffered through that trip. 28 miles is a long time to be driving and have to endure that funk. Not to mention that it probably was 25 degrees outside. I had to cut the heat down. I had to crack my window. I couldn't do it. But I got her to her job. You know what I mean? And one of the first things I did once I dropped her off was when we pulled up. So with Lyft will ask you, would you give this rider a ride again? So when I got to her location and I cleared the trip, that thing popped up. I hit no. There's no way I was going to take that 28-mile ride again and have to endure that funk that I had to endure and suffer in silence. So that's the first thing I did. I don't want to drive this passenger anymore. You understand what I'm saying? And if they ask you, hey, what was the reason? Unpleasant odor. If they even give you an opportunity to explain in detail. You understand? So then I got out the car, because see, what I would do is I would get a little container. I would go to Walmart or Dollar General, and I would find me a little container, like a little small tote, right? And I would keep all my cleaning supplies and rags and odorizers and things in that compact little tote, so stuff won't be rolling all over the trunk. So I had some Febreze. So what I did is I got out, I got that Febreze, right? Man, I get in the back, I look in the back, oh man, I see all this goddamn hair. So I'm like, look at all these goddamn fucking cat hairs on the goddamn seat. Man, I had cloth seats. So I had a portable handheld vacuum, right? I plugged that thing in and I went back there and I did the best I vacuumed and get all that hair off the seats and stuff like that. And then I sprayed them seats back there with that Febreze. Man, I'm getting writhed like a thumb up. They just jumping up in there, one after another. I'm having to take time to deodorize the back of the vehicle where she set it, because that animalistic stench that she brought up in here was awful. And for 28 miles of driving, that was ridiculous. You get it? So I got the vehicle straight. That was almost 20 minutes that I lost due to that unbearable odor that I had to deal with, and all of that hair that she had on her clothes from them cats. And I was really upset about that. But I had to continue to drive that day, and I could not drive upset all day. So I done what I could do in my power. You understand what I'm saying? And made sure that the vehicle was pleasant for the next person that I picked up. And hoped and prayed to God that next person wasn't going to be funky either. Now, animal odors, people going to get in your car, they're going to smell like dogs. They're going to be funky. I mean, people just don't care. People would just get up, call a ride, and get in the car and go into these big buildings. If you can smell them in a compact ride in a car or SUV, don't you think that people can smell them where they're going? They don't care. They don't care. Some people do not care. Drivers are suffering with these weak stomachs that a lot of drivers have, and some drivers have suffer from animal allergies. Someone getting in your car that has an unbearable animalistic odor on them, you're going to suffer. Because once you take that trip, you have to figure out a way to complete it. That not unless you stop in between because the odor is just so bad, and you tell them they got to call another one, that's going to be against you because they're going to file a complaint against you. So as a driver, we have no complaint system, but the riders do. It's so easy for a rider to put a complaint on a driver, but a driver cannot can't complain on them. There should be a way that the drivers can rate the hygiene of these passengers. Because if you suffered with that passenger, don't you think other drivers is suffering from that same passenger? And God knows, don't let them be using both apps, Uber and Lyft. You know what I mean? And they got the nerve to be talking about that they rolling out self-driven cars. Man, get the fuck out of here. Self-driven cars? Man, yeah, whatever. We'll see how that works. Yeah, some of you states might get them, but all of the states ain't going to get them. You understand what I'm saying? And the demand to fix them sons of the bitches is going to be overshadow the profits. These greedy motherfuckers, Lyft and Uber, ain't going to give all that money away to care for no fleet of self-driven cars. They'll do some, but not a whole lot. But anyway, and then again, if they do self-driven cars, don't nobody smell that funk. Because the self-driven car don't have a human in it. You understand? But let me tell you, unbearable odors is very uncomfortable. A lot of drivers have to deal with it. There is no real way that a driver can complain about the hygiene of a rider without them flipping it on you. So look, I'm going to give y'all a tip or two on what I've found that works. Now, you have to be very careful with this. So the deodorizers and air fresheners that you keep in your car, when somebody stinks real bad, those don't work. I don't care how much of it you have in your car, they don't work. But what I will tell you is what I found. On Amazon, they have these, well, I haven't seen them in a while, but I'm pretty sure they're still on there. Have y'all ever seen these fumigators that you can plug into your cigarette lighter? And you can drop these oils in it, right? And it'll give you a mist. They sit in cup holders, okay? They round and they sit in a cup holder, and you can plug it in to the cigarette lighter, and you can turn it up to mist as much as you want it, more frequent than other. Sometimes when you get them, you turn it on settled so it won't just be squirting all the time. Well, I found that this worked when somebody has gotten in the vehicle and the odor on them was unbearable. I turn it up. And all I smell is the oil until they get out the car. Once they get out the car, I Febreze the back seat. Okay? That's what I do. And that's what I have found that works for me. Okay, now some of you all may have your own little remedies, but whatever it is, as long as it eases the funk while you're driving, then it's a go. But for you all that don't know how to deal with that, those things didn't. I don't think that little fumigator didn't cost no more than, there's a cup holder fumigator. I don't think it cost no more than $9, $10. Might have been about $12 at the most. They have some really good ones. Glade, I think, have some of them. You plug them in the cigarette lighter, and the mist. The same ones that you got, or either get one of the ones that they put in the houses. Some of them you can put batteries in them and keep one in the car and in the cup holder. The moment somebody get in here and the odors get unbearable, pick it up, turn up, and let it just mist. So up there while you're driving, you don't have to deal with that animalistic or body odor that these people pulling up inside the car. So the suffering would be cut down if if you use that remedy. As drivers, man, we have to stick together, right? If there is a remedy or something or strategy that's reasonable, that works for you, man, share it. Now, we know how these strategies go when it comes to like the driving and those strategies barely work unless the driver is actually in your area around the street from you driving. The algorithm is not going to operate the same in everybody's city or state and area. But man, I just wanted to leave this video today, man, about these people that stink, share a story, give you some advice on how to deal with these odors. You know what I mean? They're unbearable. And it ain't much you can do. You can't complain unless you just you choose not to drive that rider again. Right? But it's going to be so many funky riders. It's going to be just as many funky riders as it is drivers. And like I said, a lot of drivers have very weak stomachs and are allergic to animalistic stenches and all types of things like that because of their animal allergies. So they have all types of those fumigators. Them same ones that they have for the house, they have them. You can use them. They got batteries that goes in them and everything. Put them one in the cup holder. Or put one in the front seat. The moment that a person get in the car and the odor is unbearable, and very unpleasant, turn it up a little bit, let it shoot more often. This way, it will keep you from suffering through however long that person is in the car. And the moment that person get out the car, you click, if it gives you an option, don't want to drive this person again. And then you get out and you go take you some Febreze or some Lysol. But Lysol don't normally smell that great. Get you some Febreze that have some type of OxyClean or some type of disinfectant in it and spray your seats. If you got leather or fabric, or vinyl, wipe them down. But you'll get that odor out the seat. Hey, man, I wanted to leave this video today because not only are the drivers are funky, the riders are funky too. You know what I'm saying? And it's a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? But the rating system only works one way. The drivers don't really have a way to complain about the riders that stink, because the only thing these platforms care about is the revenue, which gives the rider way more pull than the drivers, who basically are the walking nets. Hey, you all have a great weekend. And if somebody didn't tell you that they love you today, Rideshare Real Talk loves you. I'm out.